They're gritty. They're nasty. They're tough. There are some dogs in that locker room. We're speaking of the Raiders defense, of course. Will the Raiders defense be the number one defense in the NFL this season? Let's talk about it. Welcome to the show, Raider Nation. Spicy Raider Girl here with Chris from Protect the Shield. We have Mother Moon behind the scenes. Remember, everybody, light that torch by hitting that like button. And, of course, subscribe to both channels. Tonight, we are talking about the defense. So the drinking game alert is defense. If you're playing along, either drink. And if you don't drink, toke. And if you don't do either one of those, you better start twerking. Or like me, do all three.
Well,
talented.
Damn.
There it is.
Shout out, everybody. Shout out.
What's up? What's up? What's up to everybody in the chat?
Beautiful day.
Thanks for joining us this evening. Chat, please weigh in on this defense. Do you think they'll be the number one defense? You tell us why or why not. But before we get to that, I want to wish Mother Moon a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mother Moon.
Well, thank you.
Cheers. And if you're feeling generous, hit that super chat button. Send Mother Moon a drinky.
Send her a drink, and she can drink too. She pours heavy. Mother Moon likes to drink.
I like a good pour. I do.
She likes a good pour.
Thank you.
I saw Mother Moon drinking some good old fashions.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah,
and I think that I got a couple from you. You're like, drink this.
Not mad at that.
Okay, that's how we do it.
Definitely not mad at that.
Cheers to everyone. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, take a moment right now. If you haven't subscribed to our channel for Life of a Raider Story, please hit that subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed to Chris's channel, head over there and subscribe to his channel as well. Protect the Shield.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, the Raiders defense finished as a top 10 defense for the 2023 season, regular season, according to the Pro Football Focus. The Raiders defense finished with the 9th ranked best defense in the NFL. I say that deserves a round of applause. But the big question is, will the Raiders defense be the number one defense in the NFL next year? Chris, I'll start with you. What do you think?
I absolutely will, but you said the D word like 4 times. So let's get, let's start this show off right,
That's right. I was going to keep telling. I'm like, this is a lost cause.
That's true. I think
tonight.
I'm about 10 sips behind here.
Yeah, you are. But no, I absolutely love, for one, I love that we're talking about this because when was the last time we could even talk about Raiders and a good defense in the same sentence? So, I mean, really, like, since I've been watching the Raiders, I could probably only say since like that Super Bowl little era we had, that was the only time we've had a good defense. So, even though 9th was great, but you're right. We have the ability to have the number one defense. Christian Wilkins is a monster.
Great
addition.
addition.
He is a man amongst boys. And the crazy thing about him, he has a motor out of this world. The only person in the league that probably has a bigger motor than his is Maxx Crosby. So those two guys next to each other is absolutely ridiculous.
It's insane.
It is. And those two up front is going to make the rest of the defense better because
definitely
the other guy, Malcolm Kuntz, he's never going to get double teamed. So because they have to double team Max and Christian. Mm-hmm. So he's going to have a field day.
That's just it. Now they're going to do that.
He's going to have a field day. The linebackers are going to be better because the linebackers will be clean because guys aren't even going to want to go get the linebackers because they got to worry about these two maniacs on the line. And then the defensive backs don't have to guard the receivers as long. So it's just people don't realize something as simple as getting a Christian Wilkins helps everyone else. So it's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, and I think we're just going to see Max excel now because Max has always been double teamed, triple teamed it seems sometimes, and held all of the time. Right now, you've got this other guy they have to deal with. They're gonna, and like you said, they're gonna be so focused on both Wilkins and Crosby, they're going to forget about the other guys because we got some other good guys on defense as well.
That's right.
Kuntz was really, you mentioned Kuntz, he was really starting to make a name for himself at the end of last season.
Oh, yeah. And Kuntz, this is his contract year coming up. So he knows if he balls out this year, he's going to get the bag.
Yeah.
So I expect him to even come out even more like a man child. And I told people, don't be surprised if Malcolm Kuntz ends up with more sacks than Maxx this year. That's my bold take. That's my bold take.
Wow. And the only way I can kind of see that happening, and no disrespect to Kuntz, but is if they really do put the focus on Maxx.
Oh, they have to. If not, Maxx will take over a game.
Right.
But Maxx is a team player. He'll take that.
Can we get somebody to get this clip and get it on replay and get it to Maxx so he can listen to it in his sleep so it can motivate him? Because I don't see Maxx letting that happen. He wants to be the number one defender, not only on the team, but in the league.
Oh, for sure.
Including sacks.
Yeah, and the thing with Maxx that I love, like, he takes things personal. Like the year, like he didn't get first team All Pro the last year. He didn't get defensive player of the year. He didn't even get one vote. He
didn't even get a vote, right?
Maxx is about to be a maniac out here. I don't think people understand. Maxx is going to be a maniac. That's all I know.
And it's contagious. That kind of energy and drive is contagious. Yeah. So that's going to wear off on the entire defensive line. I think everyone's going to want to be in there early. They're going to want to stay late.
I was just thinking that
they're going to show up for for the optional workouts. I think they're already in the building.
They're already doing that.
Building.
Yeah. They're already doing that. I think he said almost all of his defensive line is already there working out. Yeah. They stayed in Vegas or around Vegas. They've been working out. And they have a mentality. And honestly, I know I always say it, but one of the best things that could have happened to us is let our previous captain, leader of the team go, because now this team can embody what Maxx is about. Right. Maxx isn't a little choir boy. Maxx isn't going to be crying. Maxx is a straight dog, and our whole team is taking after him.
Well, he expects from others what he gives himself. So that's going to be there. And I think he's also going to have a little wink and a smile to Wilkins saying, okay, it's our turn. And they're going to have like little side language on the side there, and they're just going to work together.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm.
Well, you said sacks. Why don't we get right into it and play our little game called Over Under?
Wow. I love that music, by the way. I'm sorry. Just every time I hear it, just get a little groove.
It's that wake up call for playing the game. Well, chat, let us know if you want to play along. We are playing Over Under. So the sacks you see on the number of sacks you see on the screen here are the number of sacks these gentlemen got last season. So do you think that they will be over or under? So we'll start with Kuntz. He had 8 last season. Well, Chris, you already kind of said your prediction here.
I'm telling you right now, it is over for Malcolm Kuntz. He is going to act up. He's going to act a fool this year. I'm telling you, he's going to act a fool. Definitely over. Like I said, he's going to lead the team in sacks. So I'm going to leave it at that.
Wow, like I said, that's a bold prediction, but I can understand where you're coming from because teams are going to either they're going to forget about him or dismiss him.
Exactly. He is the least of their concerns right now.
Right.
The least.
Right. But then they're going to get a rude awakening when this guy comes through. But I'm with you. I think it's going to be over as well. I'm not going to make the bold prediction that he's going to have the most on the team. I'm going to stick with Mad Maxx for that. But I think he will be over. Mother Moon?
Yeah. Well, I think he's going to try and, go over what he had. Definitely not under. So I'm going to say over as well. Yeah. No one wants to, stay stagnant or get less. So he's going to go for it with the fellas. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like they're going to have a little inner rivalry going, friendly rivalry going on. All right, Mad Max is a beast there with 14.5 last year. That's a lot of sacks. Mm-hmm. That's a big number.
That is. Me personally, though, I'm gonna say less. Okay. I'm gonna say under. I see him around the 13 mark, and the thing is, just because these other guys are gonna get their share too, so it's gonna be evenly distributed.
Oh, okay.
I understand where you're coming from, and it makes sense. It makes sense that Max would get less because they're going to be focusing on him, and then these other guys are going to get more. But Max is a hungry dog.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad at that. I can't see him wanting to get any less. And correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody check the stats on this. Fact check me. Has he gone up every year?
Yeah.
He has gone up.
Yeah, every year he's
gone up every year.
Yep.
Okay, well,
so why not again?
Why not continue?
So I'm going to say over.
I'm going to say over as well. I mean, like I said, you're going to strive to do more and more each year, and just keep it going. Why not break a record on your own self? So yeah, over.
No, I could see that. That's a good take. That's a good take.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that, because he's gonna be a madman. He's gonna be so pissed off. I want to change my answer, but I'm not. I'm a hold strong.
I just think he's just going to be just hungry for the whole team. Just going to give it all and just do it.
All right. Excited. So here are the actual stats here. So in 2019, his rookie season, he came out with 10 sacks. In 2020, 7. Then he went up to 8, 12 and a half in 22. And last year, of course, as you see there, 14.5. So
he went down a little bit his second year. Okay. But then he went up from there.
Mm-hmm.
His rookie year, he just came out of nowhere. I mean, that 10
sacks that was
crazy.
Rookie,
yeah.
10 sacks as a rookie, that's as you can see right here, that's more than these guys got last season, and more than most guys get, to be honest.
Yeah, and he wasn't even a full-time starter that year. Like, he was just acting up. He did his thing.
All right, the new guy in town.
Ooh.
Had 9 last season. Are you over or under?
Ooh, that's tough too. That's tough. But I think he's gonna get over. Because I really think they're gonna try to pick their poison, and they're gonna make sure Max don't kill him. And I think just because Max is on the field, Wilkins is he'll get double digits.
Okay. You think he's gonna get double digit sacks?
I do.
Wilkins.
I do.
You're gonna get 20 plus. Or 10 plus.
Yeah.
10 plus.
I'm like, okay.
I was wondering why you were so surprised when I said double digits.
I don't know why I was thinking. My brain was
like, clearly my spicy. That's only one more than what he got last year. It's not that far-fetched.
I'll just say defense just for the heck of it so we can take a drink.
Okay,
you know?
Yeah. All right, I'm going over for all 3 guys.
Me too. And you know
what? Now that I'm kind of having this discussion, I feel like there's going to be a lot of half sacks.
Yeah, split. Yeah,
between these guys. No, they're going to be getting there. One's going to get there first, and then the next guy's going to come help finish it off.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see a lot of that.
We're going to see some crazy stats then.
Yeah. No,
it's going to be fun. Honestly, the defense is probably going to be more fun to watch than the offense.
Oh, by far. That's not even close. Like these 3 guys right here, they're literally going to be racing to the quarterback and mad that the other person beat them there.
Right.
Like, damn it, you got me that time, but I swear I'm going to get there next time.
Right. Be at it. I love it.
I do too. I mean, we've been asking for this, and here it is. So I think we all hope it delivers. I have no doubt.
So let's just extend the game just a little bit. And again, chat, tell us what you think about this one. So as we mentioned at the top of the show, they were number 9 defense. We talked about, do we think they'll be number 1? And we'll continue to have that discussion. But over under, they going up?
So over means they're going to be better.
Better.
Unders are better.
I'm saying over's better.
Okay, so over. Yeah, over for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Over. I think everyone here in the chat
everyone thinks it's over.
Yeah.
Because we're sitting here discussing if we think they're going to be the number one defense or not, right? So that's definitely an improvement.
For sure. No, I agree.
All right, let's get into agree or disagree. Defense edition. I just wanted to say that.
And you said it well. Yes, like you said, we are playing agree and disagree. This is a quotes edition. And what we'll do is I'll tell you a few quotes and who they're by, and you just let us know if you agree or disagree. Okay, we ready?
We're ready.
Panel, you have your card.
But we got to go a little slow, though. We got to go a little slow. But let's go.
Okay, here we go. Number 1. If you want to win your division, you need a deep and talented D-line. And that's by Tom Telesco. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
A deep and talented D-line.
I agree. Oh, pop that back up real quickly. I want to read the little sub-headline down there. Since adding Christian Wilkinson. Okay, I was wondering if he had said that before and then went out and got him, or if he said that after. So he's basically just confirming his move.
Yeah.
Why he got him, exactly.
Yeah, no, to me, I mean, you can't. I mean, he hit spot on with that. Just that D line is just gonna make everyone better. Just like I said earlier, it's everybody's gonna just be flying to the ball. Like I absolutely love the thought of that. So,
and let's digress a little bit, because I know we've had the discussion before about the acquisition of Wilkins, but did we really touch on Tom Telesco, our new GM, and really his first move was a pretty major move. I don't think we had really touched on that. So I want to give this man some kudos for coming in. I know everybody wanted a lot of the Raiders fans were they wanted Champ and kind of disappointed in that. But this guy has had the experience. We did go into depth on that on the show we had about his hire. But I don't think we were really able said, you know what, man, you came in and you made a splash.
Yeah, made a splash. I think. I mean, there's like, honestly, going into this free agency, Wilkins was my number one guy. You know, I did want some other guys, but usually never do I go into free agency and have a guy that I want and we actually go get him. So shout out to him, man. And, you know, some people think we overpaid for him, but wait till this season. Wait till Maxx has 15 sacks or whatever.
Who are these people?
And they all got 15 sacks. You know, it's going to be crazy.
Who are these people? They made that cap space for a reason. I like it.
Exactly.
Okay, let's move on to question number 2. Agree or disagree? At 26, Maxx Crosby is already a Hall of Famer, quoted by Adam Butler. Do you agree or disagree? I have the answer. Couple agrees there.
Chris disagrees.
Okay, well, now it says at age 26, Maxx Crosby is already a Hall of Famer. That's in his mind. So yes, please, Chris.
Yeah, no, I think Maxx will be a Hall of Famer? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
He just has to keep doing what he's doing. I mean, if he keeps this up, he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I just never want to just rush to it because I've seen people like fizz out later in their career. I know Maxx won't, just because he's a maniac. But as long as he doesn't have no kind of, let me knock on wood, injuries or anything like that, Maxx for sure will have a gold jacket. I'm just saying he got to keep going. Keep going, Grasshopper.
You're saying with the numbers he has right now, you don't think it's enough to get him to the Hall of Fame as of right now?
Oh, no. Like if he just like retired now?
Right.
No way. No.
See, I think, I think you're right. I think that's a good point. I guess when I read this, it's like I don't see any stopping him anytime soon. Yeah. I see him only improving. So I guess I'm kind of going off that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hall of Fame like career already.
Yeah, no, he's well on his way. Absolutely well on his way. It's just when you start talking about Hall of Famers, those are like the best of everyone that's ever played. And the fact that he's never been, he got robbed of it, but he's never been a first team All Pro. So that's so they're not even saying that he's the best in his position right now, let alone ever. So that's the only reason I say that. But he got robbed. He got robbed. He should have been a first team All Pro last year. So
I say for him, keep whoever you are out there with the absence of leaving Maxx off these ballots and not voting for him when he's on the ballots.
It's ridiculous.
Keep at it. Make him mad.
Make him mad.
Yeah, exactly. It's like he doesn't get one vote for defensive player of the year. He don't get one.
No, that didn't make any sense.
Right.
Then I also think that Adam Butler was more or less kind of giving them props and patting him on the back and making Mad Max kind of blush a little bit with that statement.
Yeah. In the context that the comment came out, or the quote came out, he's kind of like, man, how you already?
Like, already?
Yeah.
All that, yeah, exactly.
It wasn't like a statement, like working at a press conference like that, Yeah, it was more like that.
So that's why I agree. Right. I agree with that
I'm agree with that locker room couch type cigar lounge conversation is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like all his guys feel that way, but they know that like if I want to be a Hall of Famer, I have literally a guy that's creating a blueprint for me to get there. Like do the things that he does. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows he's gonna have the gold jacket. He just gotta stay healthy.
We'll make sure that happens on our end.
All right.
Okay, number 3. Maxx is the face of the franchise. He sets the tone, and that is said by Antonio Pierce. Agree or disagree?
I'm 100% agreeing with that statement.
Hondo?
That is so true.
All across the board.
Not only is it so true, and do I agree with that 100%, I love that it came from Antonio Pierce. I love that it came from the head coach because he knows the effort that Maxx puts into it. He knows the grind he puts into it, that he's the first one there. He's the last one to leave, that he always wants to improve himself. That to me, that's saying rest of the team, you want to be this. This is the face of the franchise. He sets the tone and all of you need to step up. He's basically, this is almost like a pep talk to the rest of the guys, if you will. Like, hey, you want to be like this. So I think this statement alone says that to the other guys.
No, I agree, and that's a good point, Spice. And one thing that really got me fired up when we first hired AP, if you remember, one of the first things he said is, "My goal is to match Maxx Crosby's energy." Maxx came back and said, not a chance. But I love
that. That drives them both up. That's only going to drive them both up.
Exactly. Like that literally makes them both like, man, if someone's having a down day, that other person is going to lift the other one up. Like that is a type. Yeah, like you said earlier, it's contagious. It's contagious, man. So
it's lifting each other up. If Maxx is already there, Antonio Pierce knows he wants to match it. Boom, Maxx is there. Then match it. You just keep playing.
Exactly.
And everyone else come with him.
That's right.
And the thing is, Maxx is human. Like there's going to be naturally days that he may have a down day. I mean, I know a lot of us don't think he's human, but he is, but he's a maniac, but he's going to have a day where he's just like, man, I'm not feeling it. And then you got AP like, hey, come on, boy, let's go. And then Maxx going to be right there. And then the rest of it's going to be, that D line is going to be something special to watch.
It's going to be fun to watch. I actually haven't been this excited to see this unit, if you will, be on the field together as excited as I am now. I mean, I can't wait to see these guys even in training in practice.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
I'm ready for that.
Honestly, like it's always other teams that I'm like, man, I bet that's gonna be awesome to watch, or man, that's gonna be sweet. For us to have that.
We get it.
They're young enough. Yeah, and they're young enough, so we know it's not going to be like a 1 year. These guys are going to be doing this, wrecking havoc for the next, 5 years plus. This is we're about to watch something special. To be honest,
that's right. Okay, we have another question, quote for you. But before we do that, we're going to take a break and say the word defense. And if you don't know what that means, it means drink, toke, twerk. So get that on and take your drink.
If you're playing with us. And chat, remember to chime in if you agree or disagree with each one of these quotes that we're going through here.
Okay, next question. They're gritty, they're tough, they're nasty. There's some dogs in there. Christian Wilkins, do you agree or disagree with that?
Oh, 100. He already knows.
Dogs, he's included in that.
He already knows.
But
go ahead. Jinx.
that seemed like a drinking game. You said drink. No, but I think for him to say that, it's it's him included. He's what's gonna make it nasty and tough and gritty because again, at first it was just Maxx. I was like that,
right?
But Wilkins, like, for those that don't know, I know most people in the comments, you guys probably remember, but if you don't, Wilkins came from Clemson, and they won a national championship with him, and he was part of one of the best probably defensive lines that college has seen in a long time. So it's like, for him to say that, like, he's been part of some good defenses where by him saying that means a lot. That's just not like just some random guy that's just a good player saying it. Like, he's been around greatness. Like, he's been around, playing at the biggest stage in college football, played against a team. I think they beat Ohio State that year. In fact, he may have even won 2 actually, but he came across some good defenses, and for him to say that just lets me know that he sees something in these guys, and they're going to overachieve. What we think they're going to do, they're going to do even more. So shout out to that.
I can't wait for that. And I think this statement alone is what he said it, he believes it. But I think because of this is why he wanted to become a Raider and why he's excited to be a Raider. And we saw in his press conference, he's already got the spirit of being a Raider. I mean, he showcased that very well, I think, in his press conference.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mother Moon.
No, I'm just saying, in his press conference, even showing up in his suit and claim it as a silver and black, that he's had it for a minute. He could have had anything on, but he chose that. He's, part of the team in his press conference even.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's, he was born to be a Raider. That's a crazy thing. I guarantee someone like him, he has a shot to, and again, some people may think I'm reaching, but he has a shot to be a potential, all pro, maybe even a Hall of Famer one day. But if he does, I guarantee he'll go in there as a Raider, because this part of his career is going to be so much better than his Miami years, because we're going to let him be because this guy's a nut. I mean, I don't know if you guys have really looked at.
Yeah, I was going to say, I like the way his personality.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have heard his mic'd ups, and I don't know. Look at videos of the stuff that he did once they won the national championship in college. He's crazy. And AP already has said he's going to let him be him. He's going to let him personality be him. Miami, he probably had to kind of hold it in a little bit. This dude is going to be pure entertainment for us. Pure entertainment.
Well, just using the words gritty, tough, nasty, he knows he's going to bring that. He's probably already is that. He's just going to bring it to the team. So,
well, he says, the rest of the quote right there is, and I want to add to it. I believe him. He chomping at the bit.
Okay.
It don't get no better than that. It don't get no better than that.
Awesome. Okay, your last quote for agree or disagree. Here we go. Christian Wilkins next to Mad Maxx is unfair. Are we saying? Is he saying that is just
I'm
not
saying
fair?
disagreeing.
I'm about to say it's fair, everybody.
It's fair.
We deserve it.
It's fair.
We deserve it.
It might be wait, I agree it's unfair to the rest of y'all.
Right. Yeah. But whatever, deal with it.
Fair. Deal with it. Exactly.
What did Madden say? Oh, they say we're dirty. Okay. Or what did he say? He said, yeah, you guys say we're dirty. Or whatever. Yeah, I forgot Madden.
Deal with it.
I'll show you.
Deal with it. Something like that. Like, okay, deal with it.
I think he just probably said, yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. Oh, no, he said, what you going to do about it? What you going to do about it? I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, so I think we pretty much all agreed on that. The chat.
For the most part.
Yeah, everybody has their opinion. So thank you for joining the game.
And let's hear Rich Eisen's actual quote, longer quote, if you will, because the way he said it excites me. I'm just saying.
Oh, absolutely. He was spot on.
As they start amping and ramping up for a three-peat, how do you stop Kansas City? Christian Wilkins, a one-man wrecking machine. But just imagine what he can do when the Condor is lined up to his left. But Maxx Crosby next to
I'm hyped
Christian
just looking at
Wilkins
this.
sounds like an AFC Pro Bowl team. Listen, they beat the Chiefs on Christmas Day. That's essentially what sealed Antonio Pierce having the interim tag removed. But I love this. That's exactly, you want to have a team to try and knock off the Chiefs. I like the move. That is aggressive and smart by Vegas.
Aggressive and smart.
I like it.
Smart and aggressive. I like it too. And
I like it too, Rich Eisen.
To Tom Telesco, that's aggressive and smart. I mean, that was a fairly short statement, but there's a lot to unpack in there. Oh, yeah. And the way he says it, like, I didn't even know he sounded that good. Honestly, I've been like watching him for years. All of a sudden, I'm like, "Ooh, listen to him." I like it. I'm like, "Oh,
it sounds good when he talk good about it. It sounds good."
Sometimes you say take that bass out of your pocket, but in this case,
like
it. Tell me again.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's I mean, it's just so true. Like, anyone that really understands the game, like there's certain people that, you know, that complement each other, and like have someone like the whole all off season last year and all that. I'm like, Maxx is a daggone maniac. He's great, but he needs somebody in the middle that can match his energy. Like, there's literally no one else, you know, at least at this age range, you know, that I would have looked at.
I'm seeing Spillane match that energy a little bit.
Huh?
I'm seeing Spillane match that energy a little bit, I feel.
No, Spillane. No, but Spillane's a little different though, because Spillane's a beast.
Energy walk, like
he's gritty, but like as far as just like like Max's don't stop. It's almost ridiculous.
That's true.
It's
just
a
lot of players give up. He doesn't.
I mean, it's ridiculous when you really watch him, because you're like, I mean, like, I don't know. Like, I've watched a lot of football in my day. I played a lot, but like, there's just certain plays that you look at and you're like, okay, the ball's on the other side of the field. So everyone that's on this side of the field, you know, they're walking or whatever. They're kind of watching.
Right.
But then you see this one maniac wearing 98 on the other side sprinting over like like he just doesn't stop.
Right. And I think I've seen some footage of Wilkins doing that as well.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Is that, I know I played one, but yeah, Wilkins sprinting 40
coming out
yards downfield, not giving up. Like, that is a mentality.
Speaking of plays, there was one play that I remember. I think it was against the Chiefs, and Maxx was like, he went for the ankle. He was already laying on the ground, and nobody was going anywhere. That guy was just going to put a knee down, basically, and Maxx just had to do a little, like,
just to make sure.
As he's just laying there. And I'm like, that is going until the whistle is blown for sure, because you know that guy's not going anywhere.
Yeah, and that's the only thing is, like, sometimes Maxx, he has such intensity. Like, he's gotten us some penalties just kind of over.
It's okay. It's not.
Yeah,
it's
no, it is okay.
So it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. As long as he has to realize the league doesn't like us, and they're not going to like him because he's the face of our organization. So he just has to realize that, like, hey, they're going to call more stuff on me than anyone else in the league. Like, if I hit someone, especially with this new rule that they're doing, with the hip drop.
Oh, right.
Like, honestly, if he tackles Mahomes too hard, don't be surprised if he's the first one that gets called for that. I'm just
for sure.
I was just pulling up some numbers here on the size of these two men for the bookends, as we should say. Wilkins is 3'10", 6'4".
Yeah, big dude.
Yeah, he's a big guy. I didn't notice that. Well, I noticed he was a big guy. I thought, well, let's see what Maxx is.
He carries it well.
He does. And it's 255 and 6'5". So, if you don't have a guy coming at you at that way, then you look around, you got another one coming at you at 3'10".
And fast.
And fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So be scared. Be very afraid.
Be very afraid.
Very afraid. And I just want to shout out to Raiders Resistance for all of those amazing graphics that we showed tonight. Go follow that page over on Instagram, Raiders Resistance, always with the good stuff. So thank you.
Definitely go follow him. That's our boy. He's a friend of the channel.
Cheers to you.
But the thing with him though, I love him, but a couple days ago he did something on April Fools that probably pissed off a lot of people. He made a little post that probably got people.
You can't do it when it's not April Fool's Day.
I know, but I'm just saying. What I'm saying, he did it on April Fools, and people were like losing their mind over it.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, it was 2 days ago. Yeah, so I'm like, come on, guys. How are you guys still gonna fall for April Fool's jokes?
I would have. I didn't see it. I would.
Yeah, I forgot what it was. Like I'd have to go back and look at it. It was like something like Devontae Adams got traded or something, and it looked like legit, like all of his other.
Because people been throwing that narrative
right.
around.
That's what I'm saying.
2 seasons now, so I suppose that could be believable. Not to me, but to many.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I was like, damn it, Luis. I'm not in the mood for your stuff.
I did see your post though the other day how you were upset about April Fool's jokes. Is that why? Is that why? Because he got you?
No, he didn't get me. He didn't. Because I woke up a couple days ago knowing that, hey, anything that anyone says to me, I'm not believing. I don't care. My boss could be like, "You're getting a raise." Nope, I'm not believing you. I'm not believing that.
Right.
He's like, "You're fired. Here's your box." You're like, "Not today."
Yeah, nope. All right, well, we'll call security to get you out of here. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Next thing I know, I'm in jail.
That's hysterical.
That's funny. All right. Well, we talked about the defense extensively. Take a drink, everybody.
Sip, sip.
The defensive players, man. I should say. The defensive players. Let's go into the defensive coaching side of this all. I think this is a great quote by Tyree Wilson. He says, "AP coming in there and letting everyone play free. That helped me boost my ego and building that confidence again." And we all saw the improvement of Wilson under Pierce's coaching.
Yeah.
The decisions he made, moving him, like he's saying right here, the confidence building, that type of thing, letting everybody play freely, which Chris, you said earlier with Wilkins, he didn't get that opportunity in Miami. Now he's going to come to the Raiders and have a little bit more freedom. And these guys are going to thrive.
No, I agree. I mean, and the thing is, and I know, like on my channel, I was very critical of Tyree, especially in the beginning, and I want him to do well. So I'm not gonna back out of my comments that I said about him because he needs to step it up.
He has some proof. He does.
He does. Right. So I'm gonna stand strong on what I said about him, but.
We could agree that he improved.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. That's what I was about to say. So, and I think under AP he did because you could tell that maybe he was playing a little freer. Because on defense, like offense is like a real strategy based side of the ball. Where on defense, it's all about reading and reacting. So like when you're actually thinking on defense, it actually hurts you because you're not going as fast because you're still trying to dissect what you're seeing. But when a coach allows you to kind of do your thing and not think and just let you to just read and react, players play better. And I think that's kind of what it was for him. He probably got overloaded at first when McDaniels was still there. I think AP, again, just like I said with Wilkins, he's letting these guys play, letting them pin their ears back and go. I think he'll continue to get better.
I do too. And again, I think that definitely goes to the coaches recognizing it and then making adequate changes to improve this defense. That's someone we didn't really talk about at the top of the show when we were saying, hey, who are you going to guard here?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Because listen, I don't think Tyree Wilson is in the league of these other guys. Don't get me wrong. However, there's going to be so much attention on these top guys. It's going to create opportunities for these other guys to get in.
No, you're spot on. The thing with Wilson, do I think he'll ever be a guy that's just dominant? No. But do I think he's good enough to beat a lot of guys one-on-one? Absolutely. Absolutely. And honestly, and that's all we need him for. Like when he first started, it was only Maxx and him. You could double team Maxx, and if you really wanted to, you could double team Tyree. And you're good. The guys in the middle wasn't really doing nothing. But if you get to the point where, you're double teaming Maxx, you're double teaming Christian, you got Kuntz and Tyree by themselves. I mean, if Kuntz does what I think he's going to do, they're even going to give more attention to him. Tyree damn near is going to push his guy in the backfield and make plays too. So I'm excited for his to see his growth. Definitely.
All right, before we go into speaking a little bit about Patrick Graham and kind of what he's contributed to the Raiders over these past couple of seasons, let's just elaborate on Robert Spillane a little bit more. I know we brought him up, but I feel like he became a fan favorite towards the end of the year. We talked about gritty and nasty, and I think this guy fits into all of those categories. Right here, he says, Raider Nation, you have my heart. Now it's time to go win, going all in. And I think this quote is particularly important because, these guys have their dream job and they get paid a lot of money and all of these things where we think that everything's probably great. But I guarantee you, no matter who your employer is, no matter what industry you're in, there's nothing better than being appreciated for what you do, to be recognized for what you do, and to play for somebody or to work for somebody that believes in you. And I think this is what this quote says right here.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think, one thing about Spillane, I mean, he literally embodies what we need. Like, he's a lunch pail guy, blue collar, works hard. But the thing is, he came from
a lot too.
Yeah, and he came from to me, and I know people hate that I always give them credit, but the Pittsburgh Steelers, to me, is like an A1 organization. Just the way that they...
Wait, that's just a fact, though. Why do people hate on that?
Well, no, I know, but you know how our fans are. Why you talking about anyone else except us? Well, you know what? Honestly, that's a real organization that runs things the way they're supposed to,
Right.
And, for him to come from that organization and come here and fit in the way he fit in and goes all in, and he brought that same mentality. Like, he's a Raider. Like, he's one of those guys that we just didn't find him in the draft. The Steelers found him, but to me, he's home right now. He's home.
Oh, for sure.
And the fact that he says we have his heart. That. Yeah. Yeah, like, we have his heart. That means it's like, this is home. He probably wants to retire a Raider, and hopefully we do the right thing and make that happen.
Yeah, for sure. And just to your point really quickly, I digress here a little bit, but facts are facts. What the Steelers and the Patriots lead the NFL with 6 Super Bowls, as the most of all time. So I don't know how you can sit and say that they're not doing things right over there.
They do things right time after time. And
the consistency is huge too. I'm not going to get into a whole thing about them, but consistency is huge. But yeah, he wants to be a Raider. He plays like we know the Raiders. When I look at a guy like this is like, that's the Raiders. I feel like that's the guy of the Raiders that I know.
Exactly. Just old school. Just, not trying to be all in front of the camera. Just, what's my job, coach? I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. I'm a punch in, I'm a punch out, and go home and do it again tomorrow. Like, that's him, man. So shout out to him.
Shout out to him.
There it is. Cheers.
I'm looking forward to it. He was fun to watch last season.
Enjoyed him last season for sure.
I think I had the most fun watching him against the Patriots. I think it was the Patriots game.
Yeah, he did his thing.
That's when I really started. I feel like that was when I really started taking notice of him. Like, okay, I see you.
I see you.
I see you. All right, let's talk about the leader of this defense in Patrick Graham, the defensive coordinator. You know, there were a lot of questions over the offseason. Who are going to be the coaching staff, really?
Yeah.
And there was a lot to be said about the defense was vibing. They were improving. Let's not break up what is going well. Let's expand on it. Let's improve on it. I think the Raiders have done that. So did you agree with this Patrick Graham being the defensive coordinator?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, like, and my thing is, like, Raider Nation, again, you know, the crazy thing, I have to say this. The crazy thing is I'm a Raiders content creator, but, and I know my number one, like, audience is Raiders and Raider fans, but our Raider Nation fans drive me nuts. And you know that, Spicy. We talk about that all the time. And a lot of people are like, you need to stop calling out a fan base. Yeah, they're like, like, you need to stop calling out the same fan base you want to watch yourself. But I don't even care about that because these fake Raider Nation fans aren't going to like my show anyway, so I don't even care. So whatever. But you know, a lot of people wanted to fire Patrick Graham after last year. I'm like, gosh, that's the Raider way. The Raider way is we always fire coaches and don't give them enough time to develop.
Right.
Let's sit back and let's let this guy develop and put a system in place. And I hope we do that for AP too. But Patrick Graham, he has great leadership. He's smart. He's letting guys, you know, develop into who they are. Like, and I hate to say it, man, but if Patrick Graham has another great season this year, he's going to be a head coach somewhere. And we have to be ready for that. But as far as what Patrick Graham has done so far, he's helped develop young players.
Yep.
I am all on board with him. I am a big fan of him, and I'm glad that we were patient and didn't do the usual Raider way.
Yeah, I'm so tired of that turnover thing.
Yeah.
Plus he did a good job. He did a good job. I mean, once the coaching shifts happen, you know, he helped the team finish 5-4 with the changes that were made to the coaching staff, and really. Patrick Graham, as a defensive coordinator, he led the defense, which really led the charge to
Easily.
Go 5-4 even.
Absolutely. The 2 games that our defense scored 2 touchdowns, like without those, we don't win those. Like, we don't beat the Chiefs on Christmas Day without Patrick Graham's defense going crazy. Because our offense did crap that game, you know?
Yeah.
Like, literally, our defense won that game. And, you know, Patrick Graham he's done an unbelievable job. You know, I just want him to build on it, just keep going. But I'm glad we were patient there. That was key.
You know, and I think we always talk about how great Mad Maxx is, and of course he is, and we all agree on that. But nobody does anything alone, right? Everyone needs a great support system, coach, team, trainer, and all this type of stuff to become the player that they are. Mm-hmm. And Maxx has excelled under him.
Yep.
You know, under him, he's registered career numbers, Maxx that is, in tackles for losses, sacks, all of these things. You can say, okay, he's just improving by year, but you don't just improve year after year. No. Without a coaching staff and good players that surround you, you know. So I think this unit is great. I think they're going to be fun. Yeah. And that's the thing. That's part. Yes, Mother Moon. Part of just being good locker room culture, energy, wanting to play for these guys, having this bond and wanting to be gritty and win for each other.
Yeah. No, I agree. And plus, like, what people don't realize is something as small as, so like, Patrick Graham, he went into this season that we got a big name free agent last season in Chandler Jones. And, and we thought that he was going to be, the yin to Max's yang. The fact is, dude went off his rocker, went crazy. But even through all of that, he was able to still keep this defense going. Like, if you really think about it, Chandler literally was supposed to be our second best player on this defense. Yeah. If most other teams lose their second best player on the defense, that whole defense will crumble. Mm-hmm. We lost Chandler, and it almost didn't even matter. Like, besides like the craziness that Chandler was doing, like off the field, like we didn't even care. Like we didn't even think nothing else about Chandler. But any other team, if they lost their like imagine, the Chargers losing Joey Bosa or Khalil Mack to something crazy. Like that would be that would crumble them, But for us to lose that guy, and it was just next man up. Like, okay, Chandler Jones, you want to act crazy? All right, Malcolm Kuntz, come to the front of the class and show what you can do. That's coaching. That's coaching.
Yeah, most definitely. And it's that's a great point that you said there. And you're looking at this like, it's just I'm kind of stuttering here because it's like we were all so excited about that, right? We're excited about Chandler Jones, and we're excited about Wilkins as well. But doesn't it feel different?
Oh yeah.
Well, once again, I think it has to go with keeping what the guys together. The way they laugh, the way they joke, the way when they get disciplined. Why would you bring somebody else in? And I think now a lot of the Raiders, they know the consequence. There's no playing around. Mm-hmm. You screw up, you're out.
Yeah, it's Marcus Peters.
Yeah.
Yep. No, for sure.
And I think they're probably that brotherhood, just keeping everybody straight and strong. I hope that's true. But
yeah, no, I agree. And I think, there was a quote that that AP had, and it was just regarding like being kind of like the guardian of the locker room or of our culture. Like he's not letting just anyone in there. Like, and I love that because that's so true, because he knows how like important and delicate that culture is. And we're not talking about like the culture that the Raider Nation's talking about. We're talking about the true culture that's like driving this team
in that locker room.
Yeah, in that locker room. And like,
to that point, maybe that's why Chandler Jones wasn't missed, because clearly he had things going on, and that could have been just a huge distraction. Maybe they weren't gelling, and then once he was released, then we go, okay, now we don't have that to deal with anymore.
Exactly. No, that's so true. Because the thing is, the sad part about all that is like Chandler and Maxx have been friends for a while, and actually Maxx kind of looked up to Chandler in certain ways. Even when he was young, I think Maxx reached out to Chandler, when he was in college, little stuff like that. So I imagine that it probably broke Max's heart just kind of dealing with that as well. But Maxx is such a dog. Maxx is like, hey, next man up, keep it moving. Right. And again, that goes to just the leadership. Okay. Yeah, that just goes to the leadership, man. So shout out to Patrick Graham. He does not get enough credit.
He does not. And again, I don't think we give enough. We certainly on this show, I don't think didn't give enough credit to Tom Telesco as well. And hopefully he keeps making some moves.
That's true.
But like Rich said, that one was bold, aggressive, smart. Yeah. I like
it. For sure.
All right. Well, that was our fun little defense episode. Yes. If you were playing along with us, the drinking game and learn was defense. We said it 459 times in the opening alone. So I hope you've had some fun with us tonight. Everyone in the chat, thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Make sure to like that torch, hit that thumbs up button, and subscribe to our channels. Chris, what you got going on?
Well, you know me. I always have this wonderful Wednesday show that I share with you and Mother Moon. It's one of my favorites. So, of course, I got that. And then every Friday, I got my Fan Talk Friday. And then Sunday, I'm with my brothers, the Raider Syndicate, and we do that. So, I just try to keep it going, just try to get through this off season. I'll be at the draft later this month. So, just looking forward to all that.
Nice.
What about you?
Yeah, of course, you'll find us here every Wednesday at 6 o'clock. So always tune in. And next Tuesday on For Life All Raiderettes Roundtable, we have Raiderette Erica joining us. So tune in next Tuesday at 6 o'clock to hear her story. The Raiderettes are always so vibrant and fun, and you don't want to miss those episodes. So make sure to check that out.
It makes you want to be a Raiderette.
It does. Is it too late for me?
Is it too late for me? I don't know. I'll give it a try.
It's never too late. It's never too late to chase a dream. Never too late.
Never too late. I want to thank everyone for the happy birthday shout out.
Happy
birthday,
Mother Moon.
Thank you.
Woo, woo, woo. Remember,
Good
if you want to
times.
buy Mother Moon a drinky, hit the super chat button. She needs a few.
I do.
Mother Moon, what's your drink of choice?
At the moment, I am drinking. I don't say anything. It's the normal Woodson whiskey on a Wednesday. But yeah, I'm actually into whiskeys now.
The old fashioned with the good cherries.
With the good cherries.
I need the old fashioned from what was it, Tap and Ash, where we had our show. When they smoked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is my little sippy drink with a cigar. I enjoy that very much.
It's very good, very good. And speaking of Tap and Ash, thanks for bringing that up. We've been in talks with them as well. So come next season, we are going to be doing some more live shows and more events from Tap and Ash. So keep a lookout for that.
In Las Vegas.
For sure. I love it.
That'd be fun.
And don't forget, we still have our promo going. If you want one of these Woodson whiskey hats, a chance to win. This one here is the Super Bowl edition. Make sure you become a member to our channels. We are going to be raffling these off throughout the show. This one's kind of got the colors of the Super Bowl, since the Super Bowl obviously was in Las Vegas, and it's got the Woodson whiskey on the side. And we have some other swag as well. So become a member of our channels to be entered to win.
That looks really good.
I know it does, actually. I kind of like it.
Good.
Awesome.
Well, thank you, Chris.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. And Raider Nation, we go out one way and only one way.
Raider. Peace.
Good night,
See y'all
everyone.
next Wednesday.